Weightlessness, my mind-body performance methodology, was born from an experience I had almost 20 years ago in the jungle of Koh Phangan, Thailand, where I set out to integrate the disparate facets of peak performance and martial arts for myself: strength and structural conditioning, flexibility, meditation. Not long after college, with a degree in philosophy and black belts in a couple martial arts, I went to Thailand hell-bent on tapping my deepest potential and attempted to reconstruct a lost performance craft by following breadcrumbs I'd seen in films and through personal research. And for months I lived in the jungle of Koh Phangan and found myself morning and night strapped with weight attached to my ankles and torso, sprinting through the forest and leaping in and out of holes, coordinating my movements with old breathing techniques. After a few months of grueling work, I felt light as a feather, both physically and mentally. I felt weightless. And I gained an insight that would forever change my life. I discovered that weightless moments can be designed. Nearly a decade later, I owned and operated one of Shanghai's most premium boutique personal training studios, Enso Temple. In between, there were a slew of experiences, locations, and teachers, Shaolin monks and yogis, entrepreneurs, and coaches that helped me understand what I discovered in the jungle in greater depth, its relevance, and eventually, how to translate it to others. And while personal training allowed me to help a number of people through physical transformation, I realized fitness alone doesn't cover the spectrum of what ails us, and I made the hard determination to teach weightlessness and nothing less. If it could do what it did for me in the jungle, it could do the same for others. And it did. And it does. Since I made that transition, I've published a few books about it, taught weightlessness via MBA immersions and YPO retreats, in in-person 100-day tribes in Shanghai, and remotely to leaders, coaches, and mind-body enthusiasts worldwide. I'll elaborate on that a touch toward the end, but suffice it to say, the weightlessness process has been tested by fire and held up when it matters most, under real-world pressures with high performers.